and today we are celebrating Halloween, and I'm going to show you this great recipe for a yummy, delicious cake that's super moist. And I'm using a bundt pan, and we're going to turn it over and we're going to make it into a pumpkin cake. It's going to be awesome. Okay, we're back, and now we're going to start with our ingredients. We're going to need 4 eggs. I'm going to start with those. I'm going to crack them in. I like to crack them in first because I like to stir it up in one mixing bowl before we add the dry mix. It's just easier that way. So we got 4 eggs. Alright, so we got the eggs mixed together, and now, because I like to make things easier on ourselves, I got 1 box of white cake mix. Now you can do your cake mix from scratch, just white cake mix, but the box is going to save us time and ingredients that we can just dip right in and make this wonderful cake. So I've stirred it up a little bit, so we got the box in. Then what we're going to add in is a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. That just goes right in. And I also have a 1/2 cup of water that goes in. Then, something else that's a little different that's going in this is I have 1 box, small box of instant pudding, and I have vanilla. So we're just going to put this in, and this is going to make the cake extra moist and really good, and it's vanilla, so we got the white cake mix, and it's going to be a delicious cake. So we're just going to get this all mixed together real well. Make sure there's no lumps in here. Okay, so I've got the cake mixed fully, and it's really thick. That pudding's making it really thick in there, which is great. Next, what I'm going to do is because we're making a pumpkin cake, I just want to have the colors. I'm using red and yellow food coloring, and I just did a couple squirts of each color. And you can see here, I have a light orange. I want a light orange because I'm going to spend more time on the color of my frosting. So I did probably about 4 squirts of the red and probably about 6 squirts of the yellow. You want a little bit more yellow than the red. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it in this bundt pan that I have. And I've already pre-greased and floured it. That's why there's white in it, so it'll be really easy when it comes out. And all I'm going to do is add it all in. And you want to try and make it even. Okay, so I've got my cake mix in here, and I'm just going to give it a little shake and do this just to make it all kind of even. I have my oven that is preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to pop this in for 55 minutes. Check on it. You want to make sure it's moist, and it should be ready at 55 minutes, and we'll be ready for the icing. I can't wait to show you how this bundt pan and the cake turns out to be this cute little pumpkin. Okay, we're back, and we are waiting on the cake. It's baking, and we gotta let it cool, so we're gonna make the frosting in the meantime. I've chose a butter frosting to show you how to make, and we're gonna need 1 stick of butter, which is a 1/2 cup of butter, and we need it to be softened. And we're gonna start it. Actually, gotta lock it. There we go. Alright, so I have it at a medium pace. Next, I'm going to add in 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. We're going to get this butter going. There we go. Add that in. Okay, so we have creamed our butter. I have it at a lower setting so you can hear me. But next what I have is 4 cups of confectioner's sugar, which is also considered powdered sugar. And I have it in here. And we're just slowly going to add it in. So I know you can't see this, but I'm slowly adding it in. Okay, so I have completely put all the confectioner's sugar in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scrape down the sides. Okay, so now that I've scraped down the sides, we're ready to move on to the next step. And it's, I have 1/3 cup of milk. Now, you don't need to use it all, or you may need to use a little bit more. It's depending on lots of things, humidity, weather, I mean, anything, the type of confection or sugar you're using. So I recommend that you slowly add it in until you get the consistency that you want in your frosting. Okay, so I've added in my 1/3 cup of milk, and I actually left a tiny bit left, but it really wouldn't have mattered. We're also going to add in food coloring because we're making this a pumpkin, so we want it to be orange. I'm going to start with 3 dots of red and probably 5 or 6 of yellow. Okay, we have our orange color that we want in our frosting, and it's delicious. Love frosting. Anyways, I'm going to take this off and scrape it down. Now my coloring, I did have to use more, and I ended up using double what I said. So I said 5 yellow, I did 10 yellow, and about 6 or 7 red, because red's gonna give it a little more darker if you want the orange, or if you want it to be lighter, then add more yellow. But just slowly add the food coloring. Now I'm just going to transfer it into a bowl, and I'm just going to stick it in the fridge until our cake is ready, but you do want to pull it out a little bit before so it comes to room temperature, so it's easy to spread along the cake. Okay, so we are ready to frost this little pumpkin cake of ours, and I have our orange frosting. All I'm going to do is generously frost it. I also put down wax paper, and that's just so when we take it off, it comes out really smooth and we're not getting frosting all over our cake plate. All right, as you can see, I have completely frosted our little pumpkin cake, and all I'm doing now is I've completely gone around the outside, and all I have left is with the remaining of the frosting, I have a glob, and I'm just gonna stick it in there just to fill the filling. And I actually want to keep just a little bit, because if for any reason I need to touch up after I've completed this. Now the next thing I have is I have Butterfinger candy, and I have broke it into pieces, and I'm just putting them in the middle because I need something to stabilize our little stem. I have a full Butterfinger bar, so I have 2. What I'm going to do with this one is break the top off, there. And I like to have the stem show just a little bit. And we're just going to shove this down. Your fingers may get little. There we go. Okay, so now that we have it frosted, I forgot that we needed to pull apart our wax paper. This is super easy and simple. So I just wanted to show you, just have it underneath and you pull it apart. Really easy. There you go. Makes it look really nice and clean. I also cut out, just with construction paper, a little green thing, and I'm gonna put it behind so it looks like a little leaf for the pumpkin. It just adds a little bit more character. I could do it with that. So I'm just gonna get a plate and fork and dish this up, and I can't wait to try this. Hey guys, we are back. The cake is looking delicious. Can't wait to try it. I have my little helper here, Max, who's gonna help try the cake also. Can you smile for the camera? And he is so excited to eat this cake. So I'm going to dish us up a piece. Are you ready to eat this, Max? Does it look like a pumpkin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I eat that?
You can eat that. Why don't you go ahead and have... Here, you want this bite? What do you think?
Yummy.
Yummy? Let me try. Really a delicious cake. I really hope you try this for your Halloween festivities. It's a great hit, and it's so cute not to make. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this recipe. You can check it out at www.saucymouth.com. And until then, I hope you enjoy this. Bye. Can you say bye?
Bye.